Hello friends on YouTube, my name is Maggie. Today I'd like to talk to you about a little bit about tomatoes and what I know about planting them and growing them. I'm by no means an expert, but I've been doing this a few years and I've had a few friends ask me lately, so I thought I'd share what I know. But first, I'll give you an update on things since the freeze. It's been a couple of days since the frost. I thought I'd show you what I've noticed on some of the plants. This is the Swiss chard. So I guess I did get a little bit of frost damage, but overall the plants are still fine. Like, see, these new leaves are great. The cabbages are wonderful. That's our mean rooster. He's following me around. That one's nice. The one with the black face is not nice. Mean little Silky. Anyway. See, these were fine. And I did notice on the kale now that it's been a couple days, some of the leaves turned a little yellow. And this is the one that wasn't covered. But even the ones that were covered, some of the outer leaves look like they had a little bit of damage too. But still, they're fine. And the strawberries seem fine. So, that's all good. Some of them are a little funky. But it looks like things have been eating them. Oh, that's super mushy too. So yeah, I think the freeze damaged. Yeah, see, that's soft and squishy. So I think some of the fruit might have got damaged, but they're gonna bounce back great. And the fig tree looks so sad. I think it's gonna be okay though. I don't know, I guess we'll watch it over the next couple weeks and see what happens. But it's still got...
Are you picturing that tree?
We'll watch it. I gotta say, the blueberries don't look great. They didn't fall off, but they don't look great. So between the freeze and the chickens who keep hopping up and eating them, I don't know that we're gonna have a great blueberry year. They just look kind of shriveled. So I think we've lost those. We might still get a handful because there's some flowers. But I'm not terribly hopeful. My son's flowers did seem to bounce right back. Some of the leaves are a little... Are they yellow? No, that's just the sunlight. See, they don't even have any yellowing. So that's good. Still waiting for them to open. Open, little flower. The potatoes are sad, sad. I didn't ever look under the hay. The plant underneath is fine. So we're just going to cover that back up. And I'm going to go ahead and do like I planned and put a little more dirt on top. Yeah, see, they got frost damaged, but See the little green leaves poking out. We'd already covered these with dirt. I'm just going to put some more dirt, I think. Maybe. Might wait a couple more days to make that official decision. Oh, that's ants. Oh, lots of ants. Do you see them? That's no good. The plant seems fine. So, I'll put some grits out. So if you don't know, we live in Southeast Louisiana. We had a freeze a few days ago that's pretty late for our area. So that's just how things are doing since then. Anyway, like I said, I am by no means an expert tomato grower, but I've been working at it for a few years now, and I feel like I have at least some knowledge to share, and I've had a few people ask me lately, so I thought I'd talk about it. This is, might be too close, this is a white Tomasolol tomato, and it's gotten pretty tall. Actually, can you see? It's about to start having little flowers right there. But anyway, we still treat it the same. So when I plant tomatoes, I like to break off all these bottom leaves. It's probably better if you use snips, but I always forget my snips, so I just break them off. I go up and down with them and they just break off. And I will usually break off all the way up until the top little, you have the little cluster, and then maybe two more leaves, two more branches. And I will plant them, when I plant this, I will plant it all the way up to here. That's because tomatoes will grow roots. All these little hairs they have along it, it'll grow roots, and so that'll just help it have a really healthy root system. These are indeterminate tomatoes, and so they will keep growing tall. They grow like a vine, and so as this grows, I will try to keep it to this one main stem, and it'll just keep growing up. So when it gets a little taller, I'll probably be breaking these branches off. I don't want any leaves touching the ground, because that's how they get diseases and bugs, and you just want to try to, and it needs a lot of air, and we're in Louisiana, it's very humid. Now as it grows, it'll grow suckers, and so the suckers are the little things that grow in the elbow. See these little guys? This one has a lot. This is a spoon tomato. I've never grown a spoon tomato before, but apparently they put off a lot of suckers. So anyway, for most tomatoes, as they're growing, I will try to break all of these off as early as I see them. And that is actually easier with snips, but I didn't bring them out. And if you break them with snips, you won't, I mean, if you snip them, you won't have that little, it makes a little scar. So it's better if you don't. But this, the little sucker you break off or you snip off, you can put this, I don't know if you can see, it already has, let's see, can you see? Anyway, it'll grow roots and all the way up. So if I wanted to, and it'll make a clone of the plant. So if I wanted to, I would break those off, and I would put this in the dirt all the way up to here. You could start it in a little cup if you want. Some people put them in water. I just put mine straight in the dirt and keep it moist, and it'll grow a whole new plant. So, and that's for any tomato plant. So all these little suckers, that are growing. They grow in the elbow, in the little corner between your stem and your branch. There's a little sucker. And you just snip that off and you can grow a whole new tomato plant. That's one way to get more plants out of what you have. The important thing to note though is whether it's an indeterminate or a determinate. Determinate are things like your dwarf tomatoes, your patio tomatoes, bush type. Because indeterminate will keep growing and keep giving you tomatoes until, here at least until the heat just overwhelms them. As long as you don't break off the end of the branch you're growing. Determinate though is only going to get so big. And so if you break off all of the suckers, then you're losing tomatoes because it's not going to keep growing tall. It has a certain size that it's going to reach. So before you pluck off too many suckers, find out if it's determinate or indeterminate. If you live in a humid climate like we do though, either way you should probably, I would, break off the bottom branches just because you really don't want anything touching the dirt. Anyway, I hope that helps. I thought we'd go ahead and show y'all what we got planted today. It's not much. My daughter and I got 2 great white tomatoes planted. Let's see. That's how, these were just as tall as the one I showed you. So you can see how deep I planted them. And then I decided to plant a cucumber in between, which I haven't done before. I don't usually plant the cucumbers with the tomatoes, but we're gonna see how it goes. And then I planted, well, my daughter and I planted the 2 white Thomasol tomatoes. And we also managed to get a couple of marigolds in. And I am just so excited and so ready to start seeing flowers. Look, we have a bloom. I'm too excited. So tomorrow I'll come out, I hope I'll have time, and put the bean seeds in. It's supposed to rain, so they'll get naturally watered, hopefully. If not, I'll water them. And anyway, and then that'll be it for, I'll have 1 bed planted. So, alright, I'll see y'all later.